be there. And that their excitement drives us, because it's to see the smiles on the faces and, people asking questions and getting excited. That really is the fuel for us. So that's helped us to drive us to expand and offer new experiences every year. But, it's the great vendors. It's a dedicated education team that offered to come on board and help us out. And it's all the instructors who share their knowledge. I mean, it's just, it's amazing how helpful and supportive everybody in the community is, which I'm sure you found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People are big time supportive and to help you out when you don't know what the heck you're doing.
It's really such a incredible thing to watch how willing people are to share their knowledge versus holding it close and, trying to outdo each other. It's a testament to the people that are involved in this hobby.
Yeah, that is for sure. Everybody would rather share than have some top secret project.
Right.
So why does Christmas Expo change cities every year?
Why does Christmas Expo change cities? Everybody wants to know the answer to that question. And guess what? I got it.
Good. See, that's one of our hard hit. That's one of our hard-hitting real journalism questions. We have to ask some hard questions.
Why?
I see a Pulitzer in your future. That actually was a very easy decision on our part. And it's all about the opportunity to draw in new attendees. They'll come for the first time if it's closer to their home, but they won't necessarily commit the funds and the time to travel across the country or a couple of 100 miles away for the first time. So we do an extensive amount of advertising in each location, which builds brand awareness. And we get new people each time that we can help train and help keep their enthusiasm level up, and all of that sharing that goes on and those friendships that are formed. Besides that, we know that many of our vendors love moving around because they have an opportunity to open up new markets.
And you know what it feels like when you go to one of those events and you learn all the things that you could be doing and all the new things you can have. You just have to have it.
Yeah, that's definite. There's a lot of stuff I have to have now.
Yeah, I don't plan my display by what I need. I plan it by what I want.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a want. Okay, so that kind of leads us into this year. With the show is going to be in Orlando, is that right?
No, it's in
Daytona. I totally knew that. I was looking at my notes. Janice is from Orlando. I totally knew. I was just reading. My brain
right on the beach. If the beach is outside the door here, we're in trouble.
So what made you choose Daytona? What made Daytona to be a city that really interested you?
Florida is there are a lot of decorators in Florida and along the East Coast. We are starting to try and move towards family destinations. People like bringing their families. This has become an annual vacation for a lot of families. So Daytona Beach, local to Disney World, all of that, it really is a perfect location.
So what you're saying is Omaha is not going to be high on your list upcoming?
Well, probably not, but you never know.
Gosh, you're killing.
You can put that wish into Santa and see where you go.
What's the temperature of the ocean in Omaha in July?
Well, I can tell you that Omaha is here. Let's put it this way. There is a reason that Omaha hosts things like what's going on right now, the College World Series. It is a city built for conferences. That is their biggest tourism.
Huh.
I've actually done several conferences in Omaha. It is a lovely city. I'm teasing.
But you still don't have the ocean.
I don't.
About the ocean, yes.
I neither live nor even like Omaha. But it's close to me. And I can't sell you on Lincoln. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to pitch Omaha.
Okay.
And you trying to get it close to him.
Just trying.
Of course, I added a question on here trying to get it close to me
if
too.
we brought it into Omaha, think of how many people are going to hit me up and be like, hey, can I stay at your place?
Oh, no.
Right. So Vinny's now in the campground.
I already
business.
called dibs.
Yep, all of a sudden. Hey, I got 5 acres. We'll just start setting up shacks.
There you go. It's the perfect marriage of Christmas Expo and Vinny needing a campground.
Yeah. You'll have to decorate.
I'll just leave them up all year. I'll just leave it up till July.
Didn't you do that this year?
I may still have one tree I haven't taken down yet.
Uh-oh.
Allegedly.
Well, it's a tree I don't plan to ever use again. So I was like, why do I care to take it down? I'm just going to take it down and throw it away soon.
So does the Christmas Expo have any plans to come to the West Coast?
I can tell you with certainty that request is on Santa's wish list. Beyond that, I'm sworn to secrecy.
Then he might have to come visit.
I know that you guys are
out of Omaha.
You guys are very, very strong about not telling where your next city is. I feel like that was about as juicy of an answer as we could get.
Breaking news. The secret.
Yeah, except for the West Coast is freaking huge. That really
and we
narrows
didn't say
it down,
West Coast of what?
Yeah.
Well, Mark's up
we
in
want people to think of your podcast as the place to find out the news before it hits anywhere else.
Exactly. Well, and Mark's up in Washington, right?
Right.
Yes.
So maybe he's pitching hard for that. I don't know.
Get those letters into Santa. You never know.
Washington doesn't have that great of a beach.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All those cliffs.
So tell us about this year's Christmas Expo. What, and particularly kind of painting a picture as opposed to what last year's Expo was like. What would somebody see that is different, or what's? Let's start with that. With what's going to be different compared to last year.
Janice?
I was going to say, is it going to sound like a Christmas Carol if I say merry and bright?
I think we can allow Christmas Carol.
Oh, really? You don't want me to sing, though. That's a bad thing. We grow every year.
Sing.
You know, we're happy. We're growing at a steady pace every year. We're adding new elements, new vendors. We've got classes that are covering, new and emerging lighting technology and interests. So I think we have, we've been expanding every year on what we're offering, certainly compared to what we were the first year. When everybody expresses their interest in what kind of classes they want to have, and the instructors come in with ideas. So, we've been really excited with the way it's been going.
Awesome. And so paint me a picture here real quick, and about what is Christmas Expo in terms of, let's say that somebody's listening to this podcast and they've never been there before. Paint me a picture now in that sense of what it's like.
I've never been there before. Exciting and possibly even a little overwhelming. I think sometimes with especially new folks that come in, maybe new to the hobby, see so much and want to be involved in everything. Of course, when you see something new, you want to get a lot of everything. So for most people, we try and say, plan out in advance what you want to do, then start talking to people. That's why we try and push the network, talk to people between classes, talk to people at the evening events in the hotel, and find out where your interests lie and what classes are going to be really focused on what you want to do. And, we have a lot of activities going. The days are full. We've got a lot of classes going on, to be able to pick each of those classes that they want to go to, and they can come and go as they please too. So I think it makes it really interesting for people to be able to get involved and really get in depth with what they're trying to play.
I get a lot of phone calls in the office ahead of Christmas Expo from new people wanting to know what's the best days to be there, how do they choose their classes, and that kind of thing. If they're first-timers, we do our best to make sure that we can introduce them to some of our seasoned attendees so that they have somebody they can turn to with questions and somebody who will help guide them through the whole experience. And people appreciate that. They don't like to walk in cold somewhere thinking that nobody's going to talk to them. So we try our best to make sure that it's a friendly atmosphere for everybody too.
That's super helpful, because I would not like not knowing anybody and going to something big like that and just being scared. You know, you see bald people like Vinny everywhere. You know?
Right. And I mean, there are lots of different people attending Christmas Expo.
Well, Vinny, I vaguely remember you and Maggie standing out with some lighted wearables, shall we say?
We very much.
Absolute draw. Yeah.
Very much had a big thing with wearable lights. So
that was really cute.
And at the time we had not met Lee Lindquist yet, and he has quickly become for me the captain of the lieutenant of lighted wearables.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Cool stuff. One last question I have for you, and then we'll have a little bit of fun, and we'll kind of move on.
The fun stuff's coming.
So if somebody's listening to this podcast and they say, okay, so I've heard about Expo and now I listen to this podcast and I've learned a little bit more about it. Okay, I'm interested. I think I want to go. Tell them, where do they find the information so that they can get signed up, or they could go? Where would you want to point them to?
Well, definitely to our website, which is christmasexpo.com. Find all the information there about the event. There's a big red register now button up on the top right if they want to register, and absolutely use the contact form if you have any questions, and reach out to us. That email comes directly to my desk, and I answer throughout the day and into the evening, and sometimes into the middle of the night if I can't sleep. And if there's anything that you need right away, then the phone number is on there to be able to call Joyce in the office too. And she works insane hours as well. So chances are really good of catching one of us.
We really do encourage people to reach out. Awesome. If they prefer not to have to read everything. I'm always happy to talk to people one-on-one. It's a great way to get to know people who are attending and answer their questions in a rapid-fire way.
And for anybody that's listening to this that hasn't been before and you're thinking about going, I will strongly encourage you that the expo floor, the classes, they are all absolutely amazing. But make sure that you plan your evenings down in the hotel lobby, because the networking and the people that you will meet down there are some of the nicest, greatest people, as well as they have so much wealth of information. And that is where you are going to meet friends that are going to be your friends in your whole life, not just around Christmas lights, because those are people that actually finally get you. They are as weird as you are. So,
and you might actually go on family vacations with them.
Oh, no.
Are we getting a secret here?
Yes.
We've talked before.
JR and I and one other Christmas lighting family. We are very similar. We love each other. Our families get along great. We have kids that are kind of in the same age range. We are all going up to Mount Rushmore together this summer.
Oh, very cool.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be very fun.
Really nice to hear.
Very fun.
Nice trip. Nice friendship too, obviously.
So, JR, what do you think? You want to ask these ladies some absolute crazy questions and see just how wild they are?
Yes.
Oh, you might be in for a shock.
I don't really have super. Vinny's got the super crazy questions. I got not so
Janice,
crazy.
behave yourself.
Vinny's a little more crazy.
Oh, darn.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And now a word from our sponsors. The Pixel Pro Display Sequence Club is the only club that pays for itself. Here are just some of the benefits of becoming a member. Each month, you will receive a free original sequence programmed by the pros at PPD to take your display to the next level. Access to weekly X-Lights Effects presets, which you can use in your own sequences or modify to create your own unique effects library. Access to the PPD affiliate discount program, getting up to 15% off or more from over a dozen of our PPD partners. So visit us on the web today at pixelprodisplays.com and also find us on Facebook at Pixel Pro University. Pixel Pro Displays. What can Pixel Pro Displays do for you?